Hello, this is Dance Without Music, Xman Physics. Okay. So we're going on. It's a lot of information. I'm glad I started it back. One reason why it's good when I start it back and do as much as I can, excuse me, because it's cold and it's raining, and I have to finish this because I got off work late. But I think about you all while I'm at work and how I'm gonna do the YouTube and everything. It's just that the information is so much information. I have to keep going. Oh, I did take a long break, but I was processing. I still am, but it's very important. Like I said, I think that I told you I'm very pessimistic, and maybe I'm ready or whatever. But that's how I am. You know what I mean, like that. You know what I mean. Anyway, there's a lot of time that we have, but there's a lot of things to do. And the thing with this project is that you're going to be so far behind other people. That's going to be the whole thing. Is that people who have started, maybe I don't even know, maybe one or two people that can catch on. Um, but people are interested. I mean, they listen to a video of Dance Without Music, Xman Physics every so often. But it's very important. Now, and I'm actually doing this because I know it's going to be more popular later on. Like I always say, you have to start at the beginning. The reason why I do this because it's some really complex information, and people who try it's just it's really sad. I mean, and that's sad, but it's it's not gonna work. It doesn't work that way. I mean, a lot of stuff is very powerful, but it's easy if you start from the beginning and follow the instructions. So that's one thing I have to say. You have to follow the instructions. My instruction is go all the way back to the first one when I first started Dance Without Music. Okay, it's easy to catch as far as that's concerned, but it takes a long time. Like I always say, this is the fourth year. So the fourth year would be 1 year as far as Xman Physics, because 4 years, every 4 years is 1 year for Xman Physics. So you'll understand as you go along. So anyway, what we're going to do, I'm going to pick up where I left off. Remember, this is precision, and we're getting precision, and this is going to be on functions. I don't think it's going to be as long as the other ones, but there's some points that I always think about, and the points okay, so you remember the sixth sense, which is everything, all the vocabularies for Dance Without Music, Xman Physics. Sixth sense is sensing, it's actually seeing. A lot of things seems like concepts. I can say concepts, but everything I deal here is not concepts. If you look at it as concepts, then you never started at the beginning. Once you get into the program and you start at the beginning and you go through years of training, then you will see that's not concepts. Okay. So anyway, okay. So the sixth sense. That's what we're working on. In order to do functions, you need the sixth sense. Okay, and this lesson connects with all the former lessons. Okay, that's all I have to say. So now the sixth sense, which we're going to use, and where you're doing functions, we also continually try and find the perimeter. Okay. A lot of things I can't explain, like I said, because I depend on the former lessons. Okay, so I'm going to get into it. It's not going to take that long, and I have to get up so early tomorrow because they want me to get up. They want me to come in early tomorrow. So let's get with this. We're going to start the functions, and it's dependent on the former videos that I just did. So remember when our stance when we try and find the perimeter. And I'm just going to get right into it. Although I'm going to do it as a function. When I say function, that means it's going to be consistent, going through this pretty much the same. Not, it seems as if it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. A function. Let me see. A function in Dance Without Music, Xman physics is it's like a regular function, but it's nothing like it. But it's like it. Okay. When something is like it, it has an idea of it. Okay. And I'm working for the former lesson, and we're going to go through that looking for the perimeter, but we're going to use the function. And if you want to know about the functions, it's in a former video. Okay, right now I don't have the time to explain exactly where it is, but I'm sure you can find it. I'm almost sure I stated functions in it. But let's get into it. I feel very bad about not being able to explain so much, but this is a class, okay? This is the 4th year. So I'm going to go into the function, but this time I'm going to, when I'm looking for the perimeter, I'm going to use, okay, like I'm starting here, okay? And we have we have the right quadrant or the natural quadrant. And then we have the in-between quadrant, and then we have the other quadrant, which I'm at right now. Those of you already know, you can see what I'm talking about, okay? And then I'm going to go through the function of the perimeter, of finding the perimeter that we're looking for. And we're going to do the functions. But I told you that because now, before we were just doing one step, just finding the first part of the perimeter, or trying to locate it, and we went from here to here, but we didn't go through the different quadrants. But now we're going to go through the quadrants. Each quadrant on each step that we did, looking for the perimeter. So here we go. I don't think there's so many things I can explain, and there's so many things I could say while I'm doing it, but I know it's best just to show you now. Okay, wow, if you look at my face, you look at my reactions, you'll see that I'm in a function. I'm going to say something about a function. I like to say it about the movies because it helps people out to understand. If you saw certain things, Long Kiss Goodnight, it's kind of like action movie, but there's a scene where there's Christmas carolers, and I forgot her name. I'm not gonna try and find it, but and this guy is trying to hurt this lady or whatever, or her family, and notice her face. I'm just talking about the function. She goes, her face is like that. It's like a function. Also, if you look at all of her expressions, it's in a function. Her movements are in a function. Let me see, Point of No Return, where I think it's Jane Fonda's daughter, Point of No Return. She has to do certain things for the government, and when she gets into this thing that she has to do, her face, her whole image is in the function of it. See if I can say a nice movie that has, because those are action, really action, hard action movies. I can see Janet Jackson's face. I mentioned her a long time ago when she does Miss You Much. She goes, okay, you really want to know? You really want to know? And for a few seconds, she gets into, you really want to know? You really want to know? And then she gets into that control, okay? That face. So, now I'm trying to think of some other ones, but anyway, that's the point I want you to look for, okay? I'm in the function, okay? And okay, so that's all. I'm not going to say anything else. So I finished the function. Now the function, after I do the function, because it's new, there's sometimes if you know, if once I locate everything that we're doing in the function, I mean, I know the function, how the function works. I don't know everything about how the function works. It goes into a processing. So pretty much I know I can handle that processing. That's why another reason why you need to go from the beginning, because you learn how to process. If you start now, it's some heavy processing. And once the processing starts, I have a video on processing. You have to go through the whole panic attacks. When I do like 3 or 4, maybe 2 or 3 videos on panic attacks or whatever, but it talks about the processing. So I know I'm going to go into a processing, but I've been doing this so long. Another thing I have is I can regenerate. I know how to regenerate because I've been doing it so long. I've been doing it ever since I was maybe like, I don't know, 9, 8 or 9. Okay, so I pretty much know how to regenerate. I learned the hard way, of course, and I'm showing you the way that you don't have to know about the regenerating and stuff like that. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this lesson. This is a short one. I love this class. This is the one I like the most. I do like becoming an art, becoming a master viewer of art. I love that one too, but I have to do the 15-page paper. So I hope everybody's well. Thank you very much, and please take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Dance without music, Xman physics.